Hi, my name's Heather, and this is my introductory speech. Have you ever seen someone on the side of the road that was around your age begging for money? How did you feel? Did you think to yourself, wow, I'm happy that's not me? Or did you think to yourself, oh my gosh, that could have easily been me. I feel so bad, and you just really put yourself in that person's shoes. If you answered yes to the second question, that means that you're experiencing something called empathy. And empathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes and just understanding where they're coming from. Empathy is a personality trait of mine that just sort of rules my life and my relationships and my work relationships and just a lot of stuff. It just really affects my life. So, most people think empathy is this great trait to have that leads to compassion and caring people and, just like all this really warm, fuzzy stuff. But it can be like actually a negative. So that's what I'm going to tell you about today. So you're probably wondering, how could empathy possibly be a negative thing? Well, let me tell you. If I feel like I put myself in someone else's shoes and I feel bad for them, I kind of just let them have their way to make things better for them. And I even put them before myself sometimes. I mean, it could be as simple as someone at work asking me to cover their shift. I might have plans, but they might have maybe, let's say, for example, plans with their kids. Well, I don't have kids. My plans would have been going out with my friends. So in my head, I think, well, their situation, if I was in their situation, I feel like the kids are more important and I would really want, to be around my kids. I would be devastated if I missed something of theirs where mine was just going out with friends. So even though it's myself giving up something, I just have empathy for the person and I'll most of the time just say yes to them. And this can be really hard on me. And, if I want to do something that's selfish, maybe take a day off, call in sick, and I find out that, my boss is having to cover me and do my job for me because none of my coworkers would do it, well, I end up feeling bad and coming into work. So that can be really hard. And, when people do something wrong to me, I forgive them way too easily. And it's hard to take a stance when something like that happens because you're just forgiving them right away. So they think, oh, I could do it again. But I just put myself in their shoes and think, gosh, if it were me and I made this mistake, I hope that they would forgive me. No one's perfect. And I reason with it. And I mean, that part's not empathy, but I just really put myself in their shoes and realize, like, what would you want, Heather? And that's usually what I do. And it can be hard. And also, I'm close with a lot of people, like in my family and, my boyfriend and everything like that. And they end up getting mad at me, saying that I'm pleasing too many people and I'm not doing what I should be doing for myself. Like if I need rest, I push myself to go and do something for someone else, and then I'm end up suffering from it, or I'm ending up tired, or whatever it is, not enough time to do homework. So that could be really frustrating. And so not only am I not getting what I want, but people are mad at me that I'm not taking what I want. So, but not, although there are some bad things with empathy, there are some really great things with empathy as well. um, so one great thing is that we are caring and compassionate people usually. And with that comes some good career choices like doctors, nurses, CNAs, social workers, people in hospice nursing, like there's just a lot. And actually, even people in like veterinarian stuff or anything like that, in the healthcare field, or like the vet people too, because they're putting, it's better to put yourself in their shoes. You could become a better doctor or whatever you are if you really try to help people. So that's one of the main points. Empathy also helps me understand, what people might be thinking, or try to think what they're thinking, or try to imagine what they're feeling, so I can understand where they're coming from, which usually results in less misunderstandings and communication errors, especially at work, which is really nice. And I feel like I can have deeper relationships with people because I'm so open to what they're having to say, and I feel like they can be open to me as well. And that part has worked out really good for me. So, um, yeah. So now that we have discussed empathy and we've discussed some of the negatives of empathy, maybe next time you see someone who's being empathetic, you can have empathy for them. Um, and then, basically they're being a pushover, so, you could be like, wow, they're being really empathetic, maybe let's give them something nice or do something nice for them. Another good thing for you to do after knowing all this information is, you can think about who has shown you empathy and really put themselves in your shoes, maybe gave you a chance or something like that. I think with that, you could be more appreciative with the people with empathy, For now, I'm just going to have to let my empathy rule me, and because I'd rather have it on than off, because I think that makes me a better person. And yeah, so thank you everyone for your attention and your time.